Hey, what's up, Street Talks? It's Eric from the Eric from Street Photography blog. So, today's lesson is on Dutch angles. So, first of all, if you've heard of Dutch angles, it's a technique that a lot of filmmakers use where they intentionally tilt the horizon and makes it look more edgy, more dynamic. And the reason why they call it Dutch angle, it's actually supposed to mean Deutsch angle, which means German angle, because it was a technique that a lot of German filmmakers made. I don't know why it's called Dutch. I think it was just kind of a mispronunciation or a misspelling. It has nothing to do with the Dutch people or the Dutch language. So it should actually be called the German angle. So pretty much you're just tilting the frame when you're shooting. So I wanted to give you guys some examples from other artists that I found that I haven't really shot much Dutch angles myself, but it's something that I'm certainly interested in doing. So one of the people that you definitely need to know is the master Gary Winogrand. So what I love about Winogrand is he was the street photographer. Pretty much he shot every single day like it was his last. He shot black and white film, 28mm lens, got really close to the subjects, and if you look at some of his compositions, his layering, how dynamic they were, it just totally blows my mind. And looking at a lot of photos from Gary Winogrand, you can really see he's incorporated a lot of the Dutch angles. So to kind of take you through one of his most famous shots. If you look at this photo, do you see the three little mini stores in the photo? So you might see this interesting conversation between these two women here, the woman's hand on this other lady's head, this conversation here, and it's open-ended. Here it's interesting because there's a young black man talking to a woman and she looked like she's outraged or something, so might play into some sort of perhaps racial commentary or something. And then you have this two couple girls here, one taking off her glasses, one playing with her hair, look at the side, and you have this old man. So what I think works about this photograph is that there's a tilt to the shot, in which the horizon is outlined in red, and it makes the photo feel much more uneasy and uncertain and dynamic and edgy. And looking at enough Winogrand photos, I could kind of tell that I think he's done this on purpose. So this is actually a photo he shot from a car, but kind of similar deal. You see this woman just passed out in the center of the street. Don't know what's going on here. See the Dutch angle. One of his very, very, very famous photographs, you see these beautiful women walking down here in downtown LA. You can see Vine Street here or Hollywood. I think this is downtown LA. It might be Hollywood. Anyways, you see this this man in the wheelchair here, and you have this kid looking over to the side. But if you take a look at the angle, you can see the horizon is tilted. So once again, it makes the photo seem much more dynamic and edgy. This is from film noir, from the film Kiss Me Deadly. Once again, here it's very intentional. You can see the Dutch angle. And Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Take a look at the horizon. It's all the way here, so it's really, really skewed. And it once again makes this scene just seem that much more frightening and scary. A scene from the movie The Third Man. Famous escape scene. You could notice how the entire frame is tilted, which it just makes the whole scene feel like it's going to fall over. Another great scene from The Third Man. You see the tilted horizon, and once again, it kind of gives it this uneasy feeling. Going back to Gary Winogrand, you see his tilt here. And another very famous photo by Winogrand from his project Women Are Beautiful. You see this woman here looking like she's not having it, and you have this man in the background taking a look at her. So this is just a quick introduction into Dutch angles. Obviously, I don't know much about Dutch angles, and I think it's a technique that's very interesting in photography, especially street photography. So practical ways you guys could apply this is when you're shooting, just tilt the camera just a little bit to the left or the right, or do it extreme left to the right. Obviously, if you do this a lot, you're probably going to get people criticizing. It's like, your horizons aren't straight, and this kind of drives landscape and architecture photographers crazy. I know for me, I don't really mind tilted angles so much. Like a handful of my photos have tilted horizons, and I didn't even notice that they had tilted horizons until somebody pointed them out to me. So if I look at my Suits project, let's see, which image is it? Yeah, this one. So you can see that there's a slight tilt to the camera. I didn't do this actually on purpose, is that the horizon isn't quite level. Essentially the story behind this shot is I'm taking photos Or sorry, I didn't take photos yet. I'm in a restaurant with Cindy and I'm about to go to the bathroom, take my camera with me, and Cindy's like, "You're crazy, you're taking the camera with you to the bathroom?" I'm like, you never know. So as I'm walking to the bathroom, you see this bored couple. I'm, oh my God, this might be a great photograph. So I take out my camera, put on the flash of full power, and boom, just take one shot. And they just kind of got freaked out afterwards. And I just said, "Oh, cool place, isn't it?" And I just kind of gestured to the background. They turned back and were like, "Yeah, it's kind of a cool place." But once again, I think I just took the shot really quick, and I'm also not shooting this head on. So there is this slight tilt. And I think it adds to the frame because it makes the photograph seem much more dynamic and edgy. Yeah, none of these really have that much of a tilt. But anyways, going back to the concept of shooting Dutch angles. So when you're shooting Dutch angles, just kind of keep in mind that it's just something you want to have fun with and play with. So try to intentionally tilt your camera a little bit to the left, to the right. I recommend watching film noir, so watching The Third Man, looking at the photos of Gary Winogrand. So just to show you guys. Yeah, so go on the Google, search Gary Winogrand. I've written an article on him, so you can just type Eric Kim Gary Winogrand. You'll find some good stuff on him. Kiss Me Deadly, another great film noir. The Birds, Hitchcock, classic. And The Third Man, and there's just right full of examples. So thank you guys for watching this presentation on Dutch angles. If you guys want to learn more about Dutch angles, go on the Googles, search Eric Kim Dutch angle, and I think it should show up. Not yet, I think it's just Eric Kim blog Dutch-angle. Yeah, okay, there it goes. And I'll also upload this to the blog. It'll be interesting. So erickinphotography.com/blog, Dutch angle. I'll also include the link where I have a little bit more examples, and then I'll have some more text here. All right, so until then, if you want to learn more about composition, Eric Kim composition into the Googles. Find lots of useful and informative composition lessons to hopefully share with you guys how to make better compositions. Okay, thanks again for watching, guys. Peace out.